left-wing people trust in institutions and right-wing people trust in the family. So with that in mind, this is not surprising at all. Basically what it means is that a right-winger is more likely to listen to what his family, his community, his circle of friends, people he meets in real life have to say about things, while a left-wing person listens to the academia, to the mainstream media, which is very interesting because all of these institutions, they're run by people as well. But for some reason, they have more of a say and they're more authoritative, if you will, because they have the fact checkers, which are human as well, and most fact checkers are actually journalists. So with that in mind, it doesn't really surprise me when I see this chart, especially when you consider the fact that when the pandemic happened, that the government wanted to reach people with the message, they found out that it's really easy to reach the progressive group of people by getting actors, by getting famous people, TikTokers, to spread the message. But with right-wingers, it was a lot more difficult. Because, again, they really don't listen to institutions as much. They are more willing to listen to their circle of friends, to their families, to their lived experience. So, I did find it hilarious, though, that the Weather Channel, while it is trusted by both the left and the right-wingers still are kind of iffy about the Weather Channel. It's just like 50% trust. I wonder if it's like, okay, it's windy today. The Weather Channel said it's not raining, but I'm going to get my umbrella just in case. It's also very hilarious that left-wing people are more likely to trust CNN than the Weather Channel. Not by much, but like it's still a noticeable difference. And finally, the public broadcasting service, right-wingers don't trust it at all. I mean, that really blew my mind. Isn't like the public broadcasting service, like they're telling you what the government is going to do? So, I mean, you don't really have to trust it. Like, if the government says they're going to put an entire city under lockdown, they're going to do it. If they're saying they're going to raise your taxes, they're going to do it. You may disagree with why they're raising your taxes or what they're doing, but they're still going to do it. Like, if it's on the public broadcasting service, it's probably getting done, even if you disagree with it. So, it's not like they're trying to troll you. They're saying, oh, we're going to do this, and then they don't do it. And you're like, oh, I heard it on PBS. Why are they doing it? So, I don't know. Maybe the question is different. Or maybe the public broadcasting service is something different in the United States than what it's here in Europe. Again, like the public broadcasting service here, it's when they're telling you a storm is coming. Sit inside. You know, like that type of thing. So maybe it's different. Because otherwise I don't explain like why people have so much distrust for it. And then when you look at Fox News, it's really the opposite, right? So Fox News is where Democrats don't really believe it and the Republicans do it. And it makes sense considering that most of the other publications in the past have openly attacked Fox News. So if you're a person that trusts institutions, like, well, you got all these institutions that are saying this other institution is bad. So obviously it's going to be like that. And also, you know, Fox News tries to appeal to right-wingers more, which makes a lot of sense when you see this poll right here. But with that out of the way, I want to point out, even though people keep saying that they don't trust the media, and time again you see poll after poll that the media is losing credibility, they burned a lot of credibility capital. But at the end of the day, even though people say they don't trust it, they still do. Like when push comes to shove, if all these channels are going to push a message, people are going to believe the message. And even if they say the media has published lies in the past, or the media itself admits that, okay, well, this story that we published back then was false. For example, Twitter said that censoring the New York Post was wrong because the story was true. Even though that happened, the next time it's going to happen again, you'll see that the overwhelming amount of people still have faith in the media. They still are going to believe what the media is telling them. So I find that fascinating. Obviously, not every single person. But I'm talking about groups. I'm talking about society. And it also makes sense, right? Like, if you have so many Democrats that have so much faith in these institutions, then this is why the institutions keep doing what they're doing. This is why they're still trying to convince people. It's because this is the target audience. These are the people that they try to influence in the hopes that once these people are influenced, these people don't matter. Like, for example, here's exactly what I'm thinking about. How many times did you not see a newspaper article that has a headline and a thumbnail that has nothing to do with the article itself? Like sometimes the title is literally the opposite of what's written in the article. And you might wonder, well, why do they keep doing it? And they keep doing it because it works. Because they know, like, most people won't read the article. They will just read the title, they will look at the thumbnail, and then they will move on. And there was even this lawsuit, I remember. There was a talk in the article saying that pedophiles, blah, 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 and they had a picture of a guy. And the guy wasn't a pedophile, but, like, he sued for slander. And the judge said, well, the picture that they use have nothing to do with the headline and the article. Like, they can use whatever thumbnail they want. It's not really slander or libel. So it's like, what? Really? I mean, if that's the case, like, obviously they're going to keep using these tricks. These manipulative tricks, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to manipulate the reader towards a conclusion. They're not putting an article there and allowing you to make up your own mind of what you're seeing. In fact, that's literally the opposite of what they want. If you guys remember the 2020 riots, which happened in the United States, Twitch went against allowing people to live stream the events. So just like live streaming with no commentary, just going out there, showing what's happening. I think it was the ACLU, which initially wanted police officers to have cameras and body footage. ACLU went on and tried to stop police officers from displaying live leaks and showing what the protesters are doing. Why? Because they don't want people to just look at the news the same way you look through a window outside. They want the editorializing. They need the people that tell you that, no, this is actually mostly peaceful. This is fine. Like, nothing is bad. This is how you need to think about it. This is what you need to say about these things. And it's pretty much why they pressure social media like YouTube to demonetize channels that show these things, right? So CNN gets to have ads when they talk about certain events. But if I were to talk about the same event, I would be demonetized and I would be downranked in the algorithm. Because they don't want people to have the wrong ideas. They want to influence people. And this is the target audience that they're trying to influence. The one right here. Alright? And by the way, like the amount of trust that they're having is not just on average. It's not like 50%. It's like 60 to 70. Like they will automatically believe what's on the television. And by the television, I also mean what's on their computer screen, if they go on a website. So these people will automatically believe it. And then you would have a very difficult job convincing them that it's not true. I mean, look, all the way up to 60. And then you only have like the Associated Press, Time Magazine, and others that have lower credibility. But overwhelmingly, like most publications, they got really, really high credibility. So now you know why blue checkmarks are freaking out because Elon Musk wants to buy Twitter. It's because the message is in jeopardy. And the message is really important. It serves corporations that want to sell you a product. They don't want you to slander their product or to talk about the defects that their product are having, right? It serves politicians who want to be reelected. They don't want you to talk about the things that they did that are wrong or corruption scandals or anything like that. And they want to be able to slander the opposition. So this is why the message is important and why Elon Musk buying Twitter is the end of the world. It is the same reason why Fox News and Joe Rogan, which is not here, but like both of them, because I think like Joe Rogan would be trusted by Republicans as well. So why these two are being attacked constantly recently, and you even had Democrats that tried to get, I think it was AT&T, to get Fox News off the cable. It's because look how nice the message would be without Fox News. Look how beautiful and uniform the message would be. There wouldn't be two sides of the same story anymore. It would be just the truth, and then there would be misinformation. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.